Very nice. Very nice.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to bring you guys a video of a deck that's been highly anticipated for the new format. And with the release of Duelist Advanced, it got some crazy power-ups. Even though it's not at full potential yet, it still can make some plays, but it is still fragile. But without talking too much more, let's get straight into the deck list. This is my Vanquish Souls deck. Let's get it. As always, we always start off with the monsters. So first up on the list for the monsters, rocking out with Triple Raisin. At this point in the game, I'm pretty sure you guys know what Vanquish Soul does, but just in case you don't, to refresh your memory, this is Vanquish Soul Raisin. He's our main searcher. When he's normal summon, he can add one Vanquish Soul monster from the deck to the hand, except himself. And then he does have two reveal attributes like all the other Vanquish Soul monsters. If you reveal one fire, he can't be destroyed by card effects this turn. And then if you reveal a fire in the dark, he can destroy all other monsters in his column. So this card is amazing. This is one of the main cards that you want to get into and just have in your hand to be able to just drop them, then bring them back, drop them, then bring them back, and etc., and life continues. But Raisin's really good, and the artwork is amazing, and I had to get these in like prismatic euros. They look crazy, you know what I mean? Some people might say, oh, you didn't get the collector's rare, but I don't really like collector's rare. I think that rarity is like, I don't know, I'd rather get prismatics. But anyway, to each is his own, but we got them. Very nice. Next up on the list, one of the main reasons the deck is crazy now is Vanquish Soul Holy Sue. This card is amazing. Not only can you summon it on your opponent's turn by revealing one Vanquish Soul monster in your hand, but if you reveal an Earth in the dark, you can brain control one of their monsters until the end phase. And then if you reveal a fire in the dark, you can special summon one Vanquish Soul monster that's non-psychic from your deck to the field. That's crazy, you know what I mean? Because you can do it on your turn or your opponent's turn. This card single-handedly makes the deck like way more better, but it's not all the way there yet until the K9 cards come out, because then there are going to be some crazy plays with rank 5s, etc. But Holy Sue definitely raises the ceiling just a little bit, you know what I mean? So very nice. And we had to get the Starlights, you know what I'm saying? Card looks amazing. Next up on the list, rocking out with Triple Mad Love. Mad Love wasn't really that important not too long ago, but now that we have the field spell, she's amazing because she searches the field spell. She searches all your Vanquish Soul spell and traps, so we definitely want to go into her. Typically, you'll be like special summoning her with rock or just something like that, but definitely had to play this, and she's a fiend, so, you know what I mean? Might be able to do some things with that. Got a couple ideas. Next up on the list, rocking out with Triple Borger. Not only can you snatch a monster back in a pinch, like, if your opponent tries to imperm or something like that, or Veiler, but you can also draw one card if you reveal one dark, or if you have a earth and a fire in your hand, you can burn your opponent for 1500. You can put on a lot of damage on board with Borger if that's like your prerogative to like burn your opponent. It's we have a built-in time card, and that's crazy. Very nice. You know what I mean? We got to play him. Next on the list, I'm rocking out with 2 Jialong. I have very mixed feelings about Jialong. Sometimes she's really good, and then others like sometimes I'll just brick on her, or like her effect is not valid right now because I don't have 2 fires. But Jialong still puts in a lot of work. Sometimes I do cut down on 1, but for right now I'm rocking 2. And I probably will never go up to 3. That's just not my style with Jialong. But yeah, I'm running 2 for now, and not only are these QCR, but they are Euro QCR, and they look beautiful. Like the fire is like blue on it. Card is crazy. I love the artwork of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So if you guys hear me geeking out sometimes, like, yes, I appreciate high rarity, but I also appreciate like high rarity and nice artwork. You know what I mean? Very nice. Next up on the list, I'm rocking out with 2 Caesar. Originally, I was playing Pantera, but I took Pantera out because sometimes like she just really didn't do much. Even though she is a normal summon and she's a Vanquish Soul name that you can go into rock with, I just rather have a Caesar to snatch back. But who knows, man? I might put her back in, but right now I'm rocking out with 2 Caesar. Who's to say I won't cut 1 and put Pantera in, or just add Panteran as another name, like another normal summon name. You can special summon him the same way you special summon Borger by returning a Vanquish Soul monster from the field to your hand. He's unaffected by your opponent's activated card effects this turn, and then if you reveal a Earth, Dark, and Fire, he can destroy 1 card on the field. So he's pretty good because, not only can he tag out, but when you add that element back to hand, you might complete your little trinity, and then you can pop a card. Or you can just make him a big beat stick on board that your opponent has to get over. And it's been funny because sometimes I'll put this on board and I'll just tell my opponent, get over it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just reveal an Earth for you. I ain't even gonna pop your card. I'm gonna reveal an Earth and now just get over it because he's unaffected. And then if they can't, like next turn, you just eat him up. You know what I mean? You just do more plays because you complete the Trinity, and then like, you can draw phase and blah, 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 But anyway, 2 Caesar, very nice. Well, that's about it for the Vanquish Soul monster lineup. I'm constantly messing with ratios and just seeing what works and what doesn't work. So take all of this with a grain of salt. But when the new support comes out, all of this stuff is definitely going to change. So, you know what I'm saying? Just you know what I mean? Just move accordingly. Move accordingly. But let's get into the rest of the monsters. Next on the list, I'm running 1 Magnemite and then 1 Jewish Worm. Originally, I wasn't running Jewish Worm, but I decided to run it because it's just another option. When you summon Magnemite, not only does he give you access to your Bestial Jewish Worm, but he also gives you access to your Caesar. So I personally just look at the elements, and whatever I don't have is what I add, unless I really need to add Jewish Worm to out something. But I personally love Magnemite for the fact that he can add one of these two cards, so that's why I decided to put the Jewish Worm back in, but very nice. Next up for hand traps, I'm rocking triple Droll and Lockbird. Even though he's not one of the elements, he's still very crucial. Droll is like a god card right now, so you have to run him. I had to choose between running this and Fawalos, and I chose to run this because I wanted to be able to just stop my opponent from adding cards to their hand, because we do lose to like a crazy amount of hand traps. So in the essence, I only run 4 cards that are not beneficial to the elemental pool that you're trying to constantly keep resources for. But personally, I just felt like Droll was too good, so that's why I decided to put him in here. Next up on the list, running triple Ash. This is like a no-brainer. Not only is she a great hand trap, but she's also a fire. So, I mean, 3 of her is always good. And even if you draw multiples, like, you don't mind in this deck because of the fact that she's a fire. So having her in your hand still contributes to the pool, you know? Next up on the list, I'm running 2 DD Crow. DD Crow is amazing right now in the format, and it does like so much work just sniping certain cards out of the graveyard. And being that he's a dark, he also contributes to the pool. So, you know, originally I was running 1 DD Crow, 1 Shifter, but there was times when I drew Shifter and I had stuff in my grave and it just sat in my hand, which was like a good thing and a bad thing. But being able to drop this card whenever you want and it's not a once per turn is just too good. You know what I mean? It's an OG card, so that's why I'm running 2. But very nice. Next on the list, I'm running 1 Ghost Bell. I've been seeing a lot of lists run 2, but right now I'm running 1. Ghost Bell is really good right now because a lot of things just have to do with the graveyard or banishment or whatever. And she just says, nah, chill out. You know what I mean? So we running 1 of her. Then I decided to run 1 Skullmeister next to her because he has a similar effect that he's stopping like graveyard shenanigans. So, but the reason why I decided to run 1 and 1 is because they both just add to the elemental pool. Again, we have dark and then we have earth. So that's how I'm looking at all my hand traps. That's how I've built the deck, to like just focus on elements. I wanted the card that I'm focusing on the element or attribute with to like just do like things. So that's why I'm running these cards, but very nice. And then lastly, I'm running Nib for the 4th card that I said was a blank. So we run a 3 Droll and then the 1 Nib. Those are the only 4 monsters that don't contribute to the pool. But I'm not only running Nib because it is still very powerful and I don't want to be wiping my board all the time, but we do play cross out. So he's also a cross out target, so very nice. But that's about it for the main deck. Let's go ahead and get into the extra deck. Before we get into that extra deck, you know, we got to showcase that very nice token. For those of you that don't know, whenever you see the very nice token, just go ahead and comment very nice below as a thank you for making the content. I appreciate it as always. And to add to that, to anybody that would like to purchase a very nice token or some very nice sleeves, you could just click the description below and it'll take you straight to my website and you can cop what's available. Keep in mind that if you're going to buy something, get it quick because this stuff does sell out. I've already sold out 4 times since I've released both the sleeves, the token, and the merch. So, you know what I mean? Make sure you grab yours while you can because I don't want to constantly keep releasing the same things. I want to put fresh things in the community. So anyway, make sure you check out verynicethebrand.com to get your token. Very nice. Next up for spells, got to run this broken card. 3 Stake Your Soul. You reveal 1 monster in your hand and then you summon a Vanquish Soul monster. That's the same attribute as the monster that you revealed. Definitely got to run triple Stake Your Soul. And we got them as Euro Prismatics. They look really nice. You know what I mean? Next on the list, got to run this broken card, Vanquish Soul Start. Not only can this card protect your Vanquish Soul monsters from battle or card effects by revealing a Vanquish Soul monster, this card is also a searcher because you basically target one of your Vanquish Soul monsters and you add a monster to your hand except that attribute that you targeted. Not only that, but during your end phase, if you control 2 or more Vanquish Soul monsters, you can set 1 Vanquish Soul trap from your deck to the field. This card is amazing. Sometimes I wanted to bump it up to 2. Well, I did have it at 2 and then I cut down to 1, but I don't know, man. I like having this card on the board because it makes your opponent have to do twice the work to like get rid of your Vanquish Soul monsters. So next on the list, I'm playing the 1 Vanquish Soul Continue. I personally like this card because not only does it get you an element from the graveyard, but it also can be a monster reborn and it's a quick play. So it has some good plays with Rosin when Rosin is engraved. Yeah, man, sometimes you could just get the element that you need back. Like you can add a Borger back and then activate Borger, add Sue back to hand, activate Sue. So, you know, you can just do different plays, save some of your monsters, get out bigger monsters. You could get a Caesar back from the graveyard, activate Caesar, bounce your monster back to hand, activate Caesar again. You know what I mean? You could just do some crazy plays. So that's why I like running this card. First, I didn't like it, but being able to save your Rock the Vanquisher for something else is just really good. So, I mean, like this. Next up, I'm playing the 1 Durendo. The reason why I like running this card is because it's basically Rosin. Going first, it's not bad because you just attach it to your monster and it just basically turns itself into a fire in the form of Rosin. Or going second, you just attach to your opponent's monster, it destroys itself, and then it turns into a rosin. So no matter what, it turns into a rosin. So I just feel like, why not? You know what I mean? And then next up, I run Rhoda. Of course, you got to run Rhoda. You know what I mean? It searches out your rosin. Next up, for some extra draw power, I'm running the Prosperity. Sometimes you have redundant cards in your extra deck at certain points in game states. So, you know, being able to just dig as much as you want is just really good to get the proper element that you need to complete the Trinity. Rocking out with one Prost. Very nice. I mean, we only can play one, but we're rocking out with the one. Lastly, for the spells, rocking out with the Trinity, the Cross Out, the Triple Tactics Talent, and then the Call by the Grave. Always going to run these cards. Everybody's running those cards. And then lastly on the list for the main deck, one Vanquish Soul Snow Devil. This card is broken. Not only does it burns, it specials, it blows up, it does a bunch of different things. So, I mean, we definitely got to run this card. But yeah, man, very nice. But that's about it for the main deck. The main deck is 41 cards. Feel free to add, take away, do whatever you please. You know what I'm saying? This is what I've just been testing for right now. Things are always subject to change. Things are definitely going to change. We're about to get a whole new set, but just in case you don't get the new set, you know what I mean? This is how you can run it. Next up, let's go ahead and get into that extra deck. Keep in mind that all of this stuff is going to change when all the new stuff comes out. So, you know what I mean? Take it with a grain of salt. First on the list, got to run triple of this guy, Rock the Vanquisher. This card is amazing, looks amazing. Like, I don't really have anything to say. This card has been around before I got back into the game. So, you know what I mean? No need to explain, but yes, Ersky. Next on the list, running the one IP Masquerena and then the one SP. I mean, gotta run the girls. Very nice. Next up, I'm running one Dark and then one Hita. Being that, like, we play Darks, we play Fires. You know what I'm saying? This is a great card to go into. Helps us link climb. And it can definitely help us go for game. Because sometimes our opponent has some, like, great Darks and Fires in the graveyard. So we could take advantage. You know what I mean? Very nice. Next up, I'm playing the one Nightmare Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Spell and trap removal. Next on the list, I'm playing one Underworld Goddess. We got to have a way to like clear the board. So, you know what I mean? We do accumulate bodies. So being able to snatch a body off your opponent's board is definitely valuable and we need that. You know what I mean? So definitely running the Goddess. Very nice. Lastly on the list for links, I'm running the one Gorgon of Ziliphonia. Lately, I've been testing this card out a lot. I think it has good application. It's a link 3, so sometimes, you know, you need a good link 3 to go into. But being able to blank your opponent's monster out, not only that, this card can run over any tower because it gains the attack plus 100. So I personally think this card is broken. It covers 3 zones on your opponent's board. Like that's like ridiculous. You know what I mean? If you play this card correctly, not only can you blank out 3 of your opponent's monster card zones, like, you know what I'm saying, if they try to activate effects in those zones, but you can summon Rosin right in front of their other monster card zone. So that's 4 zones that you locked up already. They only really have like one little corner to really play out of with effects because, like, you know, you can blow up that zone at any point in time and then you have this blanking out. So that's why I really like this card. You know what I mean? Sorry to make it like long and winded and drawn out, but yeah, I think this card is like really good. So I'm just testing it out, but it's been working for me. Next for the links, we play the one Vanquish Soul Rocks. This card is cool. I don't feel like he's needed, but he definitely has some type of application. He kind of works like Zeus in terms of summoning condition. And then based on whatever, like when you attack, you know what I'm saying, you go main phase 2, you can overlay into him. Based on what you overlay with, like he gains effects. The best one is the Earth one where he can pop. So, you know what I mean, you can like use a Caesar and then, you know what I mean, but I don't know. This card is cool though. Like I don't think you need it. I mean, he can definitely be something else. So yeah. Next on the list, running the one Baguska. Nothing to explain. It's Baguska. Next up, running the one Exciton. Nothing to explain there. And then lastly, I'm running the one Zeus and then the one Typhon. But that's about it for the main deck and the extra deck. And that's about it for the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. I'm going to continue playing this deck for a little bit to like just get my bearings. And you know what I mean? I can't wait for the new support to come out. It's going to be very nice. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Again, if any of you guys would like to tap into the Very Nice merch, feel free to check out the description below. It'll take you straight to my website. And with that being said, this has been another Very Nice deck profile, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.